Let's talk about CSST filters. Filters are simply a way of applying a list of conditions to a particular set of data within CSST so that you see only certain records that meet those conditions. There's actually 15 different sets of data that can have filters applied within CSST. However, the primary one that you'll be most interested in, and the one that gives you the basics of how filters are established and used, will be the client filters. So that's what we want to talk about today. All filters can be used both in filtering certain records on certain forms, and of course in the case of the client's form, client records, that would be on the client's form, but they can also be used in setting up reports. So keep in mind that although we're talking about establishing filter conditions here on the client's form, but these same filters can also be applied to almost any report that has to do with client-related data in this particular case. So establishing a filter for the client's form itself is simply a matter of using one of the two buttons, the filter or the recall button. Recall simply is one that is used to recall a previously saved set of filter conditions, or alternatively a CSST query, which is a set of filter conditions or a set of query conditions that are more complex that we have established as a part of the CSST library. So building a filter in the first place is simply a matter of clicking the filters button, which brings up the filter dialog. And the first page of that dialog is always the same, regardless of whether you activate it here or from a report. And it simply allows you to arbitrarily, without establishing any conditions per se, pick a list of client names. And the list on the left here is simply a list of all clients in your database. So you can double click. You can highlight multiple ones and move those over multiple records at a time. But the bottom line is that you're simply picking names arbitrarily here, and the only real function for this methodology is mail merge. So if you have a form letter that needs to go out to a certain set of people, and those people can't be defined by saying they're all Hispanic or they're all over 25 or some other definition of conditions, that you just need to pick names arbitrarily, then this is the way to do it. And when you get everybody that you want on the right hand side of the list, you simply click the continue button and it will apply that filter in the list, and we see that we have a count of 28 that I just picked arbitrarily there. So at this point then you could use the mail merge button here to go send off a form letter to those 28 people. Note that the filters button then turns red, which indicates that a filter is in effect, and if you hover the mouse over the filter button, the tooltip that will come up and say user selected list in this case, since that's what it was, and that will give you the definition or the description of whatever filter condition is in effect. To get rid of the filter condition, you just click the button again, and the filter goes away. It goes back to the full listing of client names in the client's form.